Friday's opening night.
The what?
Friday's opening night.
Oh, yes.
That's right. I will be mentioning that when I have council comments at the end of the meeting.
We'll not give it away, Gregory.
Yeah, mhm. Making sure to remind people to buy their tickets now.
Okay. All right. Call the meeting, the Saugatuck City Council workshop for Thursday, December 7th. May we take the roll?
Yes. Here. Dean is excused. Gardner,
Here.
Leo,
Here.
excuse me. Lewis,
Here.
Muncy,
Here.
Stanton.
Here. Any agenda changes,
None,
additions, deletions, any guest speakers today?
none.
Public comment on agenda items only. Is there anybody in the audience or online who has any comments? Okay, this will go pretty quick then.
Well, let's hope.
All right, we're on
Take your time,
to, on to discussion items. 6A. We're talking about the City Council 2023 schedule of meetings, right?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. This is a standard item annually. We just have to advertise our meeting dates and this will be on your agenda for Monday.
Yeah, go
Mayor
ahead.
Pro Tem. I just noticed, if you all took note, that the last meeting of the year is on Christmas Day.
Right.
So it will be the day
It
after.
would be Tuesday, the 26th.
Yeah, I put the verbiage from the city charter in my cover letter that says it needs to be the next following secular
Okay.
day,
Got
which is not a holiday or such other day that we set by council.
Very good.
Yeah, and also just to note, these dates can be adjusted as needed, but we just have to publish them
Yeah.
upfront.
Any other discussion? Any questions, concerns? All right, on to item 6B, the Spear Street License Agreement. We moved that, as Russ pointed out, there was just some dates that were messed up with that. So this will be on the agenda for Monday night.
Yeah, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, one other correction to the cover page. First sentence says 102 Street, Water Street should be inserted in there on the cover page. We'll get that corrected for Monday. I did speak with Sean Steele. He was good with the terms. This is not a cash cow for him by any means. But he's just a great person to work with. So he's pleased with just renewing with the same terms.
Yeah. Are there any questions? Go ahead, Gregory.
I just have a real quick question. I was curious as to what is the revenue that comes in from that every year?
I have the exact same question.
Okay, yeah,
And
I'll find out for
if
you.
I may interject, how long has the contract been in effect? But I did have those two questions. Same.
Sure, let me answer both those questions on Monday.
Thank you.
Right.
I think to answer that question is, it's been, well, there's been an agreement with the owner of Star of Saugatuck for a lot of years. After the city gave up that concession, that was with the Starrings with Star of Saugatuck, and that was for a number of years. And then when they sold the operation, Mr. Steele then assumed the contract. So it's been a concession for, I'd say, probably 15, 20 years, probably even longer than that. So also too, it suggests that the sample motion include the date in the agreement, which is November 30th. So the sample motion on the didn't have the date.
Oh, I
on
see it. Yes, this is November 2023.
Gotcha,
November
thank
30th,
you.
Yeah. We should start a pool on how much, I think it's about $3,000 a year, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
3 to 4 grand, something like that.
That's our take or
That's the money back to the city.
right?
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah, it's a great service that they offer for us.
Anything else on the Spear Street agreement? All right, moving on to discussion item 6C, Planning Commission and Zoning Board of Appeals appointments. Ryan, do you want to?
Yeah, you know, we have Ryan Cummins here. And he likes to step up to the podium from time to time. Call on him.
Did he know he was going to step up?
Yeah, sure.
Always be ready, right? All right, well, good afternoon, good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and City Council members. Yeah, so you have a policy in place that kind of outlines how we should handle your appointments for your boards and commissions. And so our city clerk has provided notice that there's some various vacancies out there on your historic district commission, your zoning board of appeals and planning commission. We received a number of applicants for the planning commission. In fact, 6 were received. When we reached out to all of those applicants for interviews, one elected to pass on an interview, and preferred to interview for the zoning board of appeals. Another person had some family things kind of come up since they had applied and kind of changed their mind, which is totally understandable. So the other 4 that were interested are scheduled for interviews with the mayor, myself, and Chair Mans on Friday. All of their applications are in your packet. I believe that's also a requirement of the resolution that you have in place. We also have scheduled zoning board of appeals interviews. One of the current alternate members has expressed a desire to move into the regular spot, and then there's also an application. So we're going to be interviewing both of those folks, the mayor, Chair Kavasiak, and myself on Wednesday, December 14th. So I anticipate after Friday's planning commission interviews that Mayor Dean will bring forward a recommendation to you on Monday to fill the 2 vacant seats for the planning commission. And then your next council meeting he'll probably have a recommendation for the zoning board of appeals. Still hoping to get some more applicants for the historic district commission. One of the applicants, William Donahue, who's interested in the planning commission, is also interested in the historic district commission. If he's not selected for some reason for the planning commission, that is a potential opportunity for that open seat as well. But always accepting applications is my understanding on a rolling basis, and happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
Madam Mayor Pro Tem, just real quick, on page 33, there's a notice for board of review vacancy also, or is that? Who's leaving? Who else?
Brian Stevens, term expires 1/1/23.
Yeah, for the record.
Yeah.
Because Jamie's without the mic. So Brian Stevens.
Yeah. Got it.
His term expires. What is the date?
1/1.
1/1/23.
1/1/23.
Great. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Madam Mayor Pro Tem, I just do want to appreciate, well done on this. I appreciate the detail and compliance with the March 2020 council policy regarding board and commission appointments. It's a pleasure to see it. Thank you.
Anything else? Ryan, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, we're to the next public comments section. Anybody would like to speak on anything that's not on the agenda for today? Please come to the mic or do so online. Raise your hand. I don't see anything. All right, so at this time, we would like to move into closed sessions. So Ryan, if you could excuse members of our audience.
Sure. So you'd be looking for a motion to, if someone can make the motion, and then Dan, do you need next?
Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes.
If I may, I move pursuant to MCL
Thanks.
15.268. I think it's E, to consult with the city attorney regarding special counsel to assist on trial strategy in connection with specific pending litigation involving Dune Ridge SALP versus the city of Saugatuck, case number 21-64709.
Do I have a second?
Second, Leo.
And if the clerk could please call roll.
Baldwin,
Here.
Gardner,
Yes.
Leo,
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Muncy,
Yes.
Stanton.
Yes. We are now back in open session at this time. We are to council comments. If I could go around the room, could we start with Garn?
Sure. Really enjoyed the weekend. The parade was awesome. It was very festive. I enjoyed seeing everybody out and about and smiling. And that was wonderful. It seemed like a really nice job. So thank you.
All right,
Great weekend.
Russ?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. By the way, you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
So Scott should feel threatened. Maybe. Anyway, I have a correction. There was an email that I sent out on 11/27 with some
Mayor
concerns.
Pro Tem, point of order. This is not a question session. These are council comment sessions.
Correct. That's correct.
That's right. You may comment, but we
Yeah.
won't be doing a question and answer
Right.
session, but
That's
please go
correct.
ahead with your comments.
Thank you. I just have a correction to an email I sent out on 11/27. I mentioned that current council member Lewis was a member of the city planning commission in summer 2019, not city council. So that's a correction. I had mentioned that she was on city council. And she was not. She was on planning commission. So I just want to correct that.
Thank you.
Comment is At our last council meeting, we had asked that all letters and emails received from public regarding the public, the planning commission appointments be included in correspondence for our next agenda packet, please. I know that Mr. Bauk and Gary Medlers were included, but there was a number of others that were sent. So I asked that those be part of the public record. And appreciate that. Thank you.
Helen.
I wanted to say that I enjoyed reading commercial record and I wanted to align myself with the comments from Mayor Dean. Also Manager Heiss and Dr. Smaller. It was good to see some time for some positivity and something uplifting. And again, happy to go to the parade and it was wonderful. And we're ready to start the holiday season and then get down to some hard work. Thank you.
Gregory.
I would like to say, well, a little special notion for Pearl Harbor Day today,
Ah.
December 7th. So a nice salute out to all of those hard workers, our wonderful military folks, and a little bit of remembrance for that, if people have a moment. Also, it is the Christmas Carol time this Friday at 8 o'clock. And this weekend and next weekend, you can come see me, yours truly, as Bob Cratchit in the Christmas Carol with Steve Williford and the whole crew. I'll also have Russ Gardner's wife as my wife in the play, so you can see what develops there. And get tickets by going to our Facebook page, the Saugatuck Christmas Carol. And it really is a great community thing. It's our 36th year putting on that event. I've been a pleasure of being a part of it for about 6 or 7 years now.
Holly.
Such a great tradition.
It is.
In town. Well, I am to the moon, absolutely so excited that we have our official letter from MDOT for our conditional commitment. $1,344,000. That's 70% of our total, which is $1,920,000. And we also have no special conditions beyond our 2012 AASHTO standards, which probably doesn't mean anything to you, but it's going to be a lot easier going over the bridge. So that was good news for us. 1.4 miles of pathway connecting Douglas, Saugatuck and the township. The economic impact to downtown Saugatuck, downtown Douglas and the township and all of us will be immediate as soon as that's connected. And I want to give a shout out to the Friends of the Blue Star. They're contributing more than $200,000 engineering fees and local match. That local match would usually fall to the municipalities. So all three of us would be on the hook for some of that. So our friends and neighbors at the Friends of the Blue Star have, really done a heck of a job to, subsidize so much of that. And I just want to give a congratulations to my Tri-Community Blue Star Committee, Ken Truster, Jerry Donovan, Kathy Meridian, Brenda Marcy, Cindy Osmond, Rich LeBombard, Ryan Heiss, and Richard Donovan and John Adams, also Marcia Casper, who helped us select the best engineer. And we were the first Tri-Community Committee in the community. And I'm so proud and happy to say that we are working at really an unprecedented level of cooperation between our three communities. And that did not exist when I joined council. So that's another thing I'm very proud of. And this is something we've been trying to do in our community for over 10 years. And we got it done on our first swing at bat. And I'm just so proud. And this is really, you are all part of this because it's going to take many years to make it happen. So I hope we all take this on as our own and get it done.
Yes, are we allowed to have Scott have any comments? Or do you have any? I know, just because
yeah.
it's good. Okay, Scott, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Just Mayor Pro Tem comments for today. Yeah, the Whoville Parade was fantastic. I just want to give a shout out to Sadaba. There's a lot of extra steps now with the added security, and it means more volunteers are needed. So they did a great job tracking down enough volunteers to be at all of the different cross points on the parade route and helping make it happen. This was a huge community parade. My parents were watching. I was, of course, in it. I think we all were in it at some point. But my parents were just saying, wow, that was a fantastic parade. There was a lot of participants. And it means a lot to our community because it is all local. It's just all of us, being a part of it. And just, my parents being, from the Holland area, just loving, being a part of that. I also want to comment on the commercial record. There was a lot of positivity in the commercial record between the mayor's letter to the editor, Dr. Smaller's letter to the editor about, what a lot of people are facing right now where, you're sitting around, maybe being online a little too much, but actually getting together in the way that Rotary does and other people get together and actually see people face to face. I think we would solve a lot of our problems if we would just come together face to face and not be on online and just commenting all the time, because that's easy to do. And then as far as the strategic plan next week, I'm really looking forward to it. Who I am as a person, I'm just an efficient person. I got a lot on my plate. So I love the efficiency and then just coming together with the strategic plan and just saying, okay, what are our priorities? And I can look back at our strategic plan in the past and say, check, check, check. This is what we got done. This is what we got accomplished. That's just how I want to be going forward as a council, is to be able to say, check, check, check. What's next? So I just feel like it just makes us, just a better, more efficient and just, a better council overall coming together with the strategic plan. Okay, at that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll.
Voice vote, please.
Voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You.
Thank you.